G'day mates, how you going? A little bit of a perspective about net zero emissions, net zero efforts of the planet, the countries in the planet, about how to keep our planet healthy. And of course, as a consequence of that, we will also be healthy. What are these net zero emissions? Basically it is like, is it possible to drop our global net emissions of carbon dioxide to net zero? What does that mean? Like carbon dioxide is a lot of gases, and maybe in a simple way to explain that are the gases that we produce, or they are produced perhaps by the nature sometimes, but in the right levels, not crazy levels like usually humans produce, that pollute our planet, that make our planet dirty. So is it possible to drop all these pollutions to net zero, perhaps find a way to not just of course remove 100% of that, because that shouldn't be the idea, but try to bring the what's dirty to a cleaner air. So whenever dirty air is produced, is polluting, we find a way to make it clean and bring back to us, come back to us as a benefit. Is it certain, because a lot of companies have been speaking about that, and is it certain that life science companies, or all kinds of companies actually, are going to reach net zero emissions by 2050? There have been a lot of promises between 2030 and 2030 and 2050 that a lot of countries they are doing this effort because they are going to reach these net zero emissions and decrease these pollution levels. And it is important to understand that the longer companies wait to take an action, the harder it gets to reduce the emissions of carbon dioxide. So it is extremely important to take an action right away. Even though it's a small action, we can start small and improve as the time goes by. So let's try to take small actions sometimes, and let's try to avoid judging these small actions, because we start with the small actions and then we find bigger actions we could do. But the small actions already cause an impact on the planet, especially if it's a big company. Small actions of big companies will definitely create access to a much cleaner planet, even if it's something really small. Just showing a little bit of a contrast here with two expressions, I would say. The first of all, like, however, we have been trying to keep it clean, keep the planet clean as a population, as people. However, a lot of governments, they don't invest in recycling and in offering solutions for the population, to solutions and education to population to take this action with them, and together we work to recycle and to keep our planets clean. And another expression is although, and I'd say like although some governments do help and do educate the population, some people might dirt our planet because of their behavior, because of their attitude. Expressions to show contrast to opposing ideas that are not expected. Yes, government is doing something, but this is not working. Yes, something that is not expecting. Government helps, but people don't help. Or the other way around, people are trying to help, but the government doesn't help. So however, although different ways of saying giving a contrast. Now, what is your holistic view of this problem? Of this problem of the pollution, net zero emissions. Who is the benchmark for you for this problem? Who is the company, or what's the action perhaps? That is the benchmark, that is as an example for you that you look at and say, wow, I can follow this example because this is really good for our planet, and I believe I should try to do something similar. Now, as this stems, as this comes from lack of understanding, where should the resources be allocated to? Where do you guys think we should allocate the sources, the resources, to ensure that companies are actually investing in the right place to keep our planet clean? How can we keep stakeholders aware of what's going on in the planet? Yeah, stakeholders, everybody involved in the companies. Yeah, not just necessarily the company itself, but people who buy from these companies. Yeah, the customers, investors. Yeah, everybody who the transport. Yeah, logistics. Yeah, be outsourced or not. Yeah, so what can these people? How can these people be aware of what's going on with the companies around them? Yeah, and how can we keep these people, have these people actively work on its progress as a team, working in group, not in siloed, working isolated, yes, working alone? What sort of data are we supposed to manage, yeah, in your country? What is the largest hindrance to your net zero emissions plan to succeed? Yeah, what is this blockade? What stops your country from achieving this? Who must be accountable for such actions, for such efforts? Who should be responsible for that? Yeah, where should we start? What's the right point to start this? Is it really impossible to get everyone on board? Yeah, or it is possible. How do you see this holistic approach of yours happening? Please share here in the comment section below. That would be cool. What is your 360 view about that? Definitely be an important and interesting topic to share. So let me see if you guys can keep a positive mindset about that and share some ideas on how and why do people have a negative mindset about this matter. Okay, well, cheers. Thank you for watching this video, and feel free to comment to hear any topics that you'd like to hear in the future. Yeah, I'm just having a conversation with you, sharing some new vocabulary, yes, and perhaps some structures that will come along. Peace.